The February 2026 Epstein File release serves the public interest and advance accountability. What are the Epstein Files? Before we debate judgment, we must establish the context. In February 2026, under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, the US Department of Justice released over 3 million pages of investigative materials related to Epstein and Maxwell. These files include email, contact logs, travel records, media clippings, FBI intake tips, court exhibits, and internal correspondence accumulated over decades. Before proceeding further, critical clarifications are very necessary. These files are not indictments, they are archives, not verdicts. Mention does not equals guilt. What shocked the world was not the proof of crimes by leaders, but the scale of proximity between a convicted trafficker and the global power. The documents refers sitting and former head of states, royalty, diplomats, billionaires, cultural icons. Some names appears once, some appears repeatedly, most appears in non-criminal contexts, and yet the public questions remained. Why was a known criminal able to operate for decades within elite circle without meaningful resistance? This is the question for today. You are watching Global Affairs Tonight, and I am Mr. Bravo. The core question could be: do the Epstein file expose dangerous power networks that demands accountability, or they do risk injustice by turning raw data into a political spectacle? Transparency, accountability, and public interest. Jeffrey Epstein was not powerful because he was rich. He was powerful because he was close to the presidents, close to the prime minister, close to the royalty, close to the institutions meant to protect the vulnerable. The Epstein file do not accuse individuals, they explore system of access. They show how power moves silently, how gatekeeper fails, and how accountability breaks down when elites are involved. Elite proximity explained. These files refer a sitting head of government like Narendra Modi, former leaders such as Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, senior diplomats like Miroslav Lajcak, and royalty includes Prince Andrew. Again, mention is not guilt. But there rises a deeper concern: why did repeated associations with the known predators not trigger institutional alarm? This is not about criminal liability, it's all about ethical failure. Narendra Modi case responsible handling. Take Prime Minister Modi. The file refers official state visits, not personal conduct. Indian governments rightly rejected any insinuation as baseless. Yet, even here, the files reveal something important. Epstein instead himself into a diplomatic narrative using proximity to global leaders to launder credibility. That strategy, not criminality, is the story. Why this matters? Transparency serves three public interests: prevention, exposing how predators access power; institutional reforms, identifying gatekeeper failures; survivor recognition, acknowledging systematic neglect. Sunlight does not accuse, it warms. The Epstein files show not guilty but proximity, not crimes but patterns, not verdicts but systematic vulnerability. Diplomacy cannot protect itself, it is refuses to look. Now, the other side of the picture: due process, ethics, and danger of spectacle. Transparency without discipline becomes restriction. The Epstein files are a raw archive, not a judicial finding. They include anonymous tips, media clippings, unverified claims, Epstein own fabrications. Turning such material into political theater endangers justice. Due process argument. Let's be very precise. Narendra Modi diplomatic references only official denial stand. Maroslav, reputational damage without criminal outcome. Mr. Donald Trump, no charges from the files. Bill Clinton, historical contact, no new evidence. Prince Andrew, already addressed in separate legal processes. Archives do not equal evidence. Visibility does not equal culpability. Victim harm and redaction failure. The release has already caused harm. Victims' identities were briefly exposed, survival relieved trauma, trust in institutions eroded. This is the danger of performative transparency. Justice must protect the innocent, including victims and falsely implicated. Accountability without evidence is a mob justice. Transparency without safeguards is recklessness. The rule of law demands restraints. We agree courts decide guilt, but societies decide standards. Power must be held to higher ethical expectations, not lower ones. Ethics without evidence becomes political weaponry. Justice must remain institutional, not emotional. You are watching Global Affairs Tonight. Stay awake, stay tuned, and stay alert. The Epstein file do not destroy democracy. They test it. They ask who gets access, who looks away, and who pays the price. Transparency is not revenge, it's a prevention. Transparency must never replace fairness. Without context, care, and legal vigor, exposure becomes injustice. Justice demands truth, not spectacle. Subscribe.